What's going on, guys? We're going to wait for a couple people to start piling onto the lines here. I have a system Saturday I guarantee you will change your life. It will be one of the most impactful system Saturdays that I've ever done, and we've done close to 300 episodes of this already. So it's literally going to be that big of a system Saturday, and I am very, very looking forward to share this with everybody here onto the line that goes and joins me. Now, as you can see, I'm not in Ohio. Not in Ohio. I haven't been in Ohio for a couple of weeks. I'm here in my vacation pad in the true vacation capital of the world, Destin, Florida. So I'm here right now. And, guys, I want to welcome all of you to the line. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar about our 90-day real estate investor challenge, you need to get and apply for that immediately. We are kicking this thing off in less than 2 weeks. We do not have much more time to get your application in. This is by application and by interview only. Now, if you're accepted, when you're accepted into this, we are going to unleash the beast on you. We're going all in on you. We are giving you all of our software, all of the coaching, all of the accountability, all of the systems, absolutely anything, everything, the personal roadmap. We are giving you absolutely anything, everything you need to crush the 2018 market over the next 90 days. My whole goal is for you to be able to make a year's salary in just 90 days. That's what the goal is of the challenge. And we have big, hairy goals. And for this thing, we've done this one other time, made over $600,000 collectively with 65 people. This time we're going to allow about 100 people into this thing. But really what we're looking for is we're looking for people that are hungry. We're looking for people that are motivated. We're looking for people that will go out there and do deals. And, oh, by the way, this does not come with a price tag. So you're literally getting like the keys to the castle because I'm here to do deals. I'm just here to do deals with you. You guys can go right now, and I'm going to shoot you guys a link before I start this System Saturday, and I'm going to pin this to the top. I'm going to pin that to the top. Okay, so you guys can have that to where you can go and apply right now. Obviously, we do not have many more spots that we are taking. And really what I want to do is I wanted to do today's System Saturday because I've been interviewing a lot of people. I've been talking to a lot of people that are joining, that have already been accepted into our 90-day, real estate investor challenge. And I'm listening to, really what led them up to the point of getting into the challenge, all of the struggles and everything that they had inside of their business, before the fact, like before they even joined this challenge. What were they having? What struggles were they having? And, I'm seeing a lot of things that are like the same, a lot of things that are the same that are bringing them into this. And one of the things that they're telling me, and I clearly knew this, going into this is, there's I call them squirrel moments, okay? And they're real estate investors are like squirrels. They go after one thing, and oh my gosh, I didn't get instant results on that. And then they'll go after another, and then they didn't get instant results on that. And then this guru brings them another system that sounds great, and that didn't work. So oh my gosh, now I'm going to go out there and do this system because that's going to work. That one didn't work, and then they're just going to move on to the next one. So they go through all of these systems that sound, in theory, very, very good, but in reality, it leaves them dealless because they are going and doing trying so many things, and they're never becoming an expert on any of them. Okay, now that is a very, very big problem, a huge problem. You cannot go out and do any of that stuff. So, and I'm just going to, open this up, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to tell you guys what we're doing inside of this challenge to put just a stop to that, because again, the only way that I make money into this challenge is when I do deals with you. That's it, period. So I have to do deals, in order to make money. And that's a true system. That's somebody that really, really believes in their system. So clearly I can't be giving you shiny object syndrome or anything like that. I can't do any of that stuff. I have to give you real systems. I got to give you systems that you will be able to put on repeat. that you can just go and do all of the time and bring in deals, bring in deals, and bring in deals. Like, what can you do to bring in deals very, very quickly? And that's what I've done. And it's not everything, okay? It's not everything that what we're doing. But what I want to do on today's System Saturdays, I want to show you guys very simply what we're doing into this challenge, what strategies we're actually working on into this challenge, and we're basing it upon two different buckets, if you will. Okay, this is how we do this. Now, what you should be doing as a real estate investor is going out there and only choosing about 2 different ways to bring in deals. Not 10, not 5, not 3, 2. Okay? I wouldn't even be mad at you if you only picked one way to find deals, period. I wouldn't be mad at you for doing that. Okay? Look at back when I was focusing solely on HUD properties. Guys, well, if you really look at it, I wasn't getting all these squirrel moments of all this other stuff. I was focused on HUD, and I knew HUD very, very well. Well, then they started putting their properties retail or whatever, but the point is that I was doing one thing, and I was doing that one thing very, very good. Very good. And I wasn't going out there and doing bandit signs and HUD and MLS and auctions and this and direct. I wasn't doing any of that stuff. I was doing HUD. Okay? That's why I was able to make millions of dollars in HUD, buying HUD properties. Okay? So if you guys really want to scale up your business, and if you guys really want to grow and stop this, I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm all over the place. If you guys want to stop doing all of that stuff and actually get to, on this one lane that's going to go out there and bring you in deals, pick 2 things. Pick 2 things. Okay? Now, here's the way that we do this. And we do this into the challenge. We're actually doing this right now with the members that we've already selected. Is you need to decide you. Okay. You need to decide you. If you can talk to anybody, you're going to do these systems. You can pick 2 of these systems to do. If you cannot talk to anybody, like if you can't go out there and just introduce yourself up to somebody, say, "Hey, my name's John. What do you do?" If that is not you, you need to go this direction, and you need to do those systems. So you need to decide those 2 things. Can you talk to anybody? If yes, then you should be picking 1, or you should be picking 2 of these systems to do. If you cannot talk to anybody, and if that's not you, well, we have to be doing different systems. We have to be doing different approaches, and we got to keep you behind the scenes. We got to keep you away from talking to people because it's not what your strength is. So you need to be doing these systems. So why don't you guys go into the chat box right now, go down below, and which bucket do you fit into? Bucket number 1, which is you can talk to anybody, or bucket number 2, you can't talk to anybody. Okay? It's fine, either one. Either one is fine. You can either, bucket number 1, you're talking to anybody, bucket number 2, you cannot talk to anybody. So go into the chat box right now, go below, and put it in there right now. Are you in bucket number 1, or are you in bucket number 2? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what you should be picking if you're in bucket number 1 or bucket number 2. Okay, I'm going to explain to you in detail, and this is exactly 100% what we are doing inside of this 90-day real estate challenge. Is we're dividing people into buckets. The people that can talk to everybody, people that cannot, and then we're building playbooks for them so that they can go out there and win. So it looks like bucket number 1, bucket number 1, bucket number 1. Kenny's bucket number 1. Kenny, you are definitely bucket number 1, brother. Jeremy, I'd actually challenge you on that one. I'd challenge you on that one a little bit. I think that you're kind of in the bucket number 1, but you kind of like to be in bucket number 2. Okay? So just think about that. And with everybody that's doing this challenge, we are 100%. We are not only seeing what you are, but we're having you fill out a questionnaire to find out really what bucket you truly are in. Okay, what bucket you truly are in. Okay, so if you're in bucket number, let's start with bucket number 2. Okay, let's start with bucket number 2. Now, keep in mind too that with bucket number 2, these are people, some of these systems might be the same as bucket number 1, but we're going to be attacking them differently. Okay, let me give you an example. Both buckets, bucket 1 and bucket number 2. Keep in mind, again, bucket number 1, you can talk to anybody. Bucket number 2, you cannot. In both of those buckets, we have sheriff sales or buying properties from auctions. Okay, but we're doing 2 different systems on those 2 buckets. Okay, so that's how we do this. If you can talk to anybody, you're doing sheriff sales. You can pick 2 of these things, but you're doing sheriff sales. And you're going to the auctions and whatnot, people are losing their properties, but what you're doing is you're not interested in buying the properties at the actual auction. What you're interested in is you're interested in talking to the crowd and finding deals from that crowd. That's what you're doing if you're in bucket number 1 and if you choose sheriff sales or auctions, live auctions, foreclosure auctions as your strategy. Now, if you choose the other bucket, if you're bucket number 2, you can't talk to anybody, well, clearly that's not going to work for you. That's going to freak you out. You're not going to do that. You're not going to like that system of talking to the crowd and going out there and getting deals from the crowd. Now, Kenny, you would love that. Now, people that cannot do that, just go up to anybody and say, hey, my name's Kenny. You cannot do that. Well, clearly, you can still do that same system, but we have to change our system up a little bit. Because bucket number 2, what you would do in that scenario is you would go to the sheriff sale, but you would bid on the properties that they're actually auctioning off. Okay, so you can see that one system. You've got one core system, but based upon what your strength is, if you can talk to anybody or if you cannot, I'm doing different things at those auctions. I'm doing different things at those auctions. Typically, people that cannot talk to anybody, typically those types of people are researchers. They like to be behind the scenes. They like to, they'll take those properties at the sheriff sales and they will dissect those things left and right. I mean, they will find out if every one is a deal. And then people like Kenny, people that can just go out there and talk to anybody, they're not going to do the research. They're not going to do the research. They're going to show up at that auction. They're going to talk to everybody in that crowd, see if anybody in that crowd's got deals. And they're just going to be working that like crazy. Okay, that's the different types of people. And, again, this is all about you and matching up your strengths of being a real estate investor. It's just all about matching up your strengths with this. So when you go out there and, if you're in bucket number 2, here's the things that you should be doing. Okay, bucket number 2, keeping in mind, again, I know that I'm saying this again, but we have a lot of people that are just now joining us as well. But if you cannot talk to anybody, okay, if you can't just go up to anybody and say, hi, my name is John Cochran. What the hell do you do for a living? If you can't do that just to anybody out there onto the street, this is one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things that you should be doing. Now, you should only be picking 2 of these because this is the power, okay, this is the power of actually focusing on just a couple of things versus going out there and just doing anything and everything, okay, and just seeing what sticks. Okay, so bucket number 2, if you cannot talk to anybody, here's what you should be doing inside of your business. You should be looking for properties on MLS. You got to be staying behind the curtains. You got to be staying behind the scenes. You got to be doing a lot of research and, doing stuff like that. The MLS, and I want you to write this down, the MLS, bank-owned homes, okay, the MLS, bank-owned homes. You should be doing sheriff sales and auctions, but you should be actually bidding on the actual homes that are going to the sheriff sale or the auction. You should be that person because it's going to freak you out to do anything else. You should be doing auction.com, okay, auction.com. You should also be doing what we call the Project 100, but you should only be, dealing with people that are within your sphere, and you probably are not going to be doing anything outside of your sphere at all, bringing in deals directly through your sphere. Project 100, bringing in deals from referrals, but they're going to have to be people that you've already got a relationship with, realtors, other wholesalers, whatever it is, okay? Bandit signs. Okay, that's a great system for if you're in bucket number 2 and you cannot talk to anybody. HUD homes, that's another great system that you can do if you cannot talk to anybody. Bringing in deals through realtors is another great source. You could put that into the Project 100 bucket, but bringing in deals through realtors, maybe realtors that your friends and your family might know, or realtors that you already have that could bring you in pocket listings. Those are great sources for you to do. Wholesalers, do you know any wholesalers or whatever? That is a great thing to do. People that don't like to talk to anybody also, you know, are good for driving for dollars, you know, going around and driving neighborhoods or whatnot. Okay, driving for dollars, and so that they can go out there and look at all the properties that are vacant, see which homes have the tall grass, homes that are boarded up or whatever, and then just writing down onto a scratch pad where their the address or whatever for them to go home and do the research, and you know, then contact the sellers directly after that, or maybe they ask their sphere or anybody you know around that property that knows. But driving for dollars is another great source if you cannot talk to anybody. And then the other one, the last one, is websites, right? Websites. I don't suggest that you pick that one, but websites, bringing in deals through websites. I mean, there's such a very, very low call volume or people that fill out forms that are doing websites, but that is another really, really good source if you cannot talk to anybody, okay? See, again, I mean, what I'm going back to is the power of you really, really focused on things that are your strengths and focus on if you can or if you cannot talk to anybody, okay? So those are the things that you should be doing if you cannot talk to anybody. Again, MLS, bank-owned, REOs, sheriff sales, or foreclosure auctions, auction.com, Project 100 referrals, bandit signs, HUD homes, realtors, other wholesalers, driving for dollars, or setting up websites and doing stuff like that. That is all great things for people to do, great systems for people to work if you cannot just introduce yourself to anybody, okay? Now, again, some of these systems are going to be the same that I just covered. For, you know, if you cannot talk to anybody, some of these systems are going to be the same. However, we attack them differently, just like that example that I gave you with sheriff sales, with auctions. You know, again, if you cannot talk to anybody, you go to sheriff sales and auctions, you should be bidding on the properties that they're auctioning off. If you can talk to anybody, then what you should be doing is you should be going out there and, you know, actually networking with the crowd and getting deals directly from that crowd. That's exactly how you should be working this, okay? Now, if you are in bucket number one, you can talk to anybody. I mean, you have zero problems introducing yourself to brand new people to you or anything else. You're in bucket number one. Okay, you thrive on relationships. You love people. You don't hide behind the scenes. I mean, you're really just an action taker. I mean, you don't really need any type of research on stuff before you go out there and do stuff. You know, that type of people, very outgoing people. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 systems that you should be doing, and I'm going to explain these 7 that you should be doing very, very carefully. Direct mail. Okay, now direct mail, I would highly recommend with direct mail. This is the first one that you should be doing. Okay, and again, you're just going to be picking 2 from each bucket. Direct mail. Now, obviously, with direct mail, you're going to have to go out there and get lists. Now, I am a very, very big believer in getting a bunch of lists and then going out there and running it through our combo seller generator so that we can find out how many levels of motivation each person has. So I'm a very, very big believer in that. Okay, now with direct mail, you can do this one of 2 different ways. Okay, now you can go out there and do direct mail and combo these people up, find out who has 2, 3, or 4 or 5 levels of motivation or whatever it is, and then you can do direct mail to those people. The people that actually call you or the people that don't call you, then you could actually door knock them. So you can door knock them or you can do direct mail to them. There's two ways that if you can talk to anybody, you can hit that direct mail angle. Okay, so I love direct mail. I love it, but it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. The other one is, which we've already covered, is auctions. Okay, going out there and bringing properties in directly, or bringing properties in from auctions. But again, if you can talk to anybody, that is going to be a waste of your time. You would be better off. It's going to bore you to death to go out there and look at properties on the auction, then doing all the research on all the properties to see if they're deals or whatever. That's just not going to be you. Your big thing is you should be going to the sheriff sales, but you should be going to the sheriff sales to network with the crowd and find out what deals that they have so that they can wholesale those deals directly to you. You're going to find relationships to hedge funds there. You're going to find attorneys there. You're going to find other wholesalers there that can all bring deals directly to you. Maybe they were working on too many deals, or maybe they're they picked up some great deals that they can wholesale to you, that they just need to liquidate some cash. You never know. You never know, but that's a great, great system if you can talk to anybody, sheriff sales, and talking to the actual crowd. The other one, the third one, is Project 100 and referrals. Now, with this group, this bucket, now what I would suggest with you guys is you can talk to anybody. So what I would suggest you do is you network with your internal closest people to you, 100 people, okay, that are closest, your friends and your family to you, but I do not suggest you just staying very close to those people. I suggest what you do is you go out to that Project 100 and you find out who they know that they can hook you up a meeting with so that you can go out there and just do a meeting with somebody that they know. An example would be, your closest friend has a great attorney, and that attorney is a probate attorney, but you don't know that attorney. So you go to your closest friend and say, hey, can you intro me to your attorney that you know, and then you go on to that meeting with that attorney. That's exactly what I'm talking about, an example that you would do with the Project 100, but you're working it different from somebody that cannot talk to anybody. See, that's going to freak them out. If you can't talk to anybody, that's going to freak you out to go out there and say, hey, can you give me an intro to this person? Because you're never going to go out there and meet that attorney because it's just not you. It's not into your box. You're going to need that person to go with you, a couple of times, and they might or might not be willing to do that, okay? So that is a really, really good source, but again, it's the way that you attack it. Other realtors, this is number 4. Other realtors is a great way. If you can talk to anybody, bringing in other realtors, calling realtors, finding out, just calling up brokerages, finding out, hey, who do you have as a realtor that's doing a lot of REOs? Who do you have, as realtors that's doing a lot of distressed deals? Or if you see, a realtor, if you've heard of a realtor, or if you've Googled a realtor and, they do a lot of off-market properties and they can bring you in pocket listings, bam, you're calling them and you're making them your best friend. You're going out to lunch with those people and you are putting them in your top referral systems, and you're going out there and constantly reaching out to those people to bring you in deals every single day, every single month. Other wholesalers. If you can talk to anybody, this is the 5th one that you should that you could be considering as other wholesalers. Now, what you're going to be doing with this is your network. This would be you. If you can talk to anybody, here's what I mean with other wholesalers. You're driving around, you're driving for dollars, and you're seeing somebody working onto a property, and then you go and you turn into the parking lot, into the driveway to this person, and there's contractors working and everybody else, and you just say, hey, my name's John. I'm a local real estate investor around this area, and you look like a contractor or whatever. Did somebody buy this property or whatever? Now you have an in with that contractor, and now you find out who that investor was, and now you are building a relationship with both of those people. So if you are that type of person that can talk to anybody, wholesalers is a great avenue for you to do. You could even call all of the bandit signs, the We Buy Houses, the I Buy Houses, the Johnny Buys Houses signs. You could call all those signs, and you feel very comfortable with just calling these people up and saying, hey, I'm not looking to sell or anything, but what I am looking to do is I'm looking for deals. As you are looking for deals, do you have anything right now that you could sell me that I could pay for top dollar for? Do you have anything? Maybe we should do lunch. That is you, okay? And that's what I mean by working with other wholesalers, if you can talk with anybody, okay? Now, I've already talked about the other one, but driving for dollars is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th one. There's 7 of these total. The 6th one is driving for dollars. If you can talk to anybody, driving for dollars is possibly going to be a great source for you, because what are you going to do? It's very simple. You're going to drive for dollars, and you're going to do this in a couple of different ways. The scenario that I just gave you of you're going to see other properties that are being worked on, you're going to pull right into that driveway. You're going to, hi, my name is John Cochran. How the hell are you? Then you're going to go get contractors that way, and you're going to find out who the wholesalers are that way as well. But you're also the type of person that you're going to, also be driving down the road. You see a property that looks vacant, you're going to pull right into the driveway, and you're going to look around or whatever. You're going to knock onto that door. Okay, so you're going to knock onto that door, and you might not get a reply with that person because it very, very well may be vacant. So you're going to keep the car right into the driveway, and you're going to go and start walking to all of the neighbors, and you're going to go up to the neighbors and say, hi, my name's John Cochran. Hey, I was just driving by the area, and I see that property is over there, and it looks like it's vacant or whatever. Do you know where those owners might be that I can talk to them? And you're going to go to every single one of those neighbors, and you're going to find out where that owner is, and then you're going to call that owner directly, and you might even go and knock right up onto their door where they're currently living at. But driving for dollars, and see, that's what you would be doing if you can talk to anybody. And then the last one that you would be doing if you can talk to anybody, and before I even get into this, is any of this stuff making sense? Is any of this stuff making sense to, we've got into two buckets, okay, and we've got it into if you can or if you cannot talk to anybody, right in that, and then what you should be doing. If this is making sense, and if you like this, comment and go out there and like this, and because what I'm covering right now is the most important thing that you could do as a real estate investor, to stop all this bullshit of all of this stuff, of doing all this stuff and just getting the shiny object syndrome and blah, 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 blah. See, that's what's the problem with real estate investors. You know what? Gurus are so freaking good at marketing that they put you in all these damn different directions, and it leaves you stranded. Period. Somebody said it. Finally, it was me. Somebody said it, right? But that's the truth. That is the absolute truth. And you have to stay focused. And that's why we're doing this challenge, guys. We're doing this challenge because I know damn well that I can make you successful. I know damn well that I can get you into really, really big deals. I've been doing this since 2015. Challenges just like this, but I've been doing it onto a local level. Okay, we've gotten really, really good at this and finding out what people's strengths are, and then going out there and having them attack their strengths and go out there and finding deals from this stuff, rather than all the shiny object bullshit that everybody gets into that leaves you broke, that leaves you stranded, that leaves you, all over the place. Do I turn right? Do I turn left? What do I do? You can't do that as a real estate investor. You have to stay focused. You've got to stay focused onto this stuff. That's the key. That's the key with this whole thing, okay? You got to stay focused. You have to have that perfect game plan. Now, the last thing, if you can talk to anybody, and I'm not done. After I cover this last thing, I'm not done with this whole thing, okay? But the last thing, if you can talk to anybody, if you're in bucket number one, you can talk to anybody, code violation homes. Those are great sources, phenomenal sources for you. You're going to have to go out there and get meetings and no-code officials into your area, but they are going to be your best friend. They are going to be your absolute best friend, because what they're going to do is they're going to call you up every single time that they have a hoarder house, a house that's burned, from a fire, home that, is just an eyesore that they don't want, and they're going to call you, and they're going to give you all the information for that seller, and they're going to be more than happy to do that so that you can go out and buy that property. Okay, so those are all the sources. So again, if you can talk to anybody, if you're in bucket number one, doing direct mail, again, all of this spins different systems on if you cannot talk to anybody. But it's direct mail, sheriff sales, talking to the crowd, the Project 100, realtors, wholesalers, driving for dollars, and code violation homes. Those are all 7 really, really powerful things that you could be doing. But again, what bucket are you in, and which direction, which twist are you going to be putting onto that system? That's the key. That is the key. Now, I'm very, very aware that I left a lot of stuff out. I'm very aware of that. Like, you didn't see newspaper ads, you didn't see billboards, you didn't see a lot of things that I could have put onto this thing. Okay, I could have put a lot more stuff onto this, but I'll tell you, inside of our 90-day challenge, that's all the things that we're focused on. Period. Done. because I know that's what brings in deals very, very quickly. I just got to find out if you can talk to anybody. If you can't, I got to really find out the true answer to that. Now, again, what you need to do is the key with this, okay, is obviously knowing which bucket that you fit into, but the key with it is not to do all of the stuff. See, the way that you're going to see that we do a lot of deals into this 90-day challenge is very simple. It's because I'm going to match people up into the correct buckets. Are they in bucket 1 or bucket number 2? And then what I'm going to do is I tell them, pick 2 things. 2 things only, and you are not allowed to change those 2 things for the 90 days. If you're going to change those things, you literally have to write like a letter to Congress and have them, accept why you're doing that if you're going to have me change one of those 2 things, okay? So that's the way that we do this, is you go out there and you do 2 of those things. So for example, if you can talk to anybody, you might do direct mail and sheriff sales. Or you might do realtors and driving for dollars. And that's all you're going to focus on. That's it. That's all you're going to focus on. You're not going to focus on anything else. You're going to be in that one lane, and you know that your big strengths is finding deals through realtors and finding deals from driving for dollars. So you, as a real estate investor, you know exactly what you have to do every single day. Talk to more realtors and bring in deals from realtors, networking with them, and you got to drive for dollars, period. That's the 2 things that you got to do every single day. Any other questions? I mean, it's not very difficult when you break it down like this. It's not very difficult. So again, the power is when you select which bucket you're in, and we have to verify that. We have to verify that which bucket you are actually in, okay, and that it really is the true bucket, and then you just pick 2 strategies that you do, and then you go and you attack. You go and you attack. Okay, so you're going to see us over the next 90 days, starting on April 2nd. You're going to see us do a lot of deals, and I'm going to be posting them right here into this group, onto this Facebook page, and I hope that you are one that got into this challenge just like Kenny K. Wood did. You are a rock star, dude. You're a winner, period. Right there. Who else do I have that's already got into this? Do I have Jeremy Califf? I know you already got into this thing. We've accepted close to 40 people already into this. We've had over 300 applications to join this. We have to interview people. We have to go out there and select the people. It's by application, by interview only to get into this thing. Because again, I'm going all in with you. My team is going all in with you. You're not going to hear me doing nothing for these next 90 days. You're not going to see me on social. You're not going to be really getting emails from me or anything like that. You're not going to get any of that stuff. You know why? Because I'm going all in with these people that we select. I'm going all in. My team, my entire staff is going all in with these people, and we're going to make millions. We're going to make millions of dollars together. So I wanted to get onto this live. I wanted to get on here to inspire you, to tell you, to show you that if you guys really want to do deals, if you really truly want to do deals, you get damn good at 2 things. You got to know what bucket you're in. You got to know what bucket you're in, but you get really damn good at those 2 things. You go out there and you do not veer off. You do not do anything, veering off from those 2 things, and you will be successful. You have to have a great playbook. You have to have obviously a winning playbook for those 2 strategies. But that's how you win. That's how you win. Okay, so I would highly suggest everybody on this, everybody that watches this as a replay, to go out there, to go to ineedtotransform.com. Okay, go to ineedtotransform.com and watch the entire video, read the entire page, and get yourself involved. Go out there and fill out the application for the 90-day challenge. It will change your life, period. Mic drop, done. It will work. You just gotta have the right system. You gotta have the right system with this. So here's what I want to do. I've already pinned that to the top. ineedtotransform.com. Okay. Here's the way that it works is you're going to fill out an application, and then there's going to be an interview. We're going to call you after you fill out that application. There's another video to watch after that so that it will give you instructions. We will be calling you within 24 hours. We'll be calling you within 24 hours to set up your interview time. We set up your interview and then basically hear if you're a good fit for this or not, period. Are you a good fit? Are you not a good fit? Because, again, I'm only going to work with people that are motivated. New investors, people that are established real estate investors, people that are wholesalers, people that are rehabbers, people that are private lenders. We're working with all of you guys. Okay, so the big thing that I'm really looking for is I'm looking for people that are motivated. I'm not looking for any toxic or whatnot. And I was telling Jeremy Califf yesterday, he was texting me, and I said, dude, we have put together, we've got about 40 people that we've already selected into this. We've got 2 weeks left that we're going to be doing the selection process, and I'll tell you that I have talked with at least 20 of them personally, done videos with them directly on Skype. There's not one person that I don't love into the group, not one. All of them are motivated. All of them are ready to rock and roll, and it is going to be a phenomenal ride. I mean, for those that got in, you are very, very lucky. Very lucky. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go out there and answer a couple questions. If you guys got any questions, maybe about the challenge, or just questions in general, I'll stay on for another, 5-ish minutes. You guys type those in right now. Michelle, everything is going awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm in Florida right now. The weather is great. So going to have an awesome day. What bucket were you in when you figured all this out? Great question, Jeremy. And to be honest with you, I'm actually in bucket number 2. I'm in bucket number 2. Period. That's just what my strengths are. I'm kind of like in the middle. Okay, I can talk to anybody on certain days. Then there's there's days that I just don't want to talk to anybody. That I just don't like humans. That I just don't like people. So I'm like right in the middle of those buckets. But so it kind of depends. But I would be more leaning towards a bucket number 2 is what I would be, for sure. I believe with no doubt that I can make a year's salary in 90 days with you. I'd love to share it in splits with you. Let me in. Interview, got to go through interview. I have zero say in it, actually. Yep. Yeah, I'm totally in between. I mean, if you know me personally, if you know me very, very well, I mean, obviously, I go and speak on stage and I can talk to anybody. But there's certain days that I just don't. I just want to shut off. I just want to shut off. I don't want to talk to anybody and whatnot. And so I'm like right in the middle. And again, Chris, for somebody just starting out in real estate, is there a system that you would recommend? So here's what I would tell you, Chris, and I know that you actually got accepted as well, into our 90-day challenge. Here's the thing. Go back and watch this live, okay? So it seems like you might have got on a little bit late. Go back and watch this thing live, okay? Watch this thing as a replay and listen to exactly how I explained it all, because here's what I'll tell you. Everything that I covered, it works. It works very, very well. And you're going to get the personal roadmap. I mean, you're going to get a personal roadmap on exactly what you should be doing, the 2 systems that you should be doing. But go back and watch this. And we're going to be doing this right when we start this challenge anyways. So just go back and watch this and get ready to pick 2, because we're going to build you a winning roadmap to where you can go out there and make a year's salary in just 90 days based upon those 2 things. Okay, so any of that would work. Will you help us pick our 2? I love direct mail and I'm struggling on the second one. Yeah, totally. Kenny, brother man, I'm all in. I'm all in with you. I am all in with you. So, yeah, we're going to help with the 2 for sure. Kenny, I would tell you, and again, I'm going to send you a survey with this, and we're going to send you a survey next week on this. But Kenny, based upon talking to you, man, I kind of think that like you would be a good one of doing like a direct mail, but I also see you as a good one with working like the sheriff sales. Like what we talked, I think you'd be good at a lot of these, man. I think that you'd be good at working the share sales and talking to the crowd. I think that you'd be very good at the referral side of it, but I'd have to see if you have a lot of connections that could get you to the right people. I think that you'd be very good at working with realtors. I think that you'd be dynamite with wholesalers. I think that you'd be really, really good at driving for dollars. but because you would go out there and talk to the neighbors and everything else, I think that you'd be good on that. The only one that I would not do if I was you on that one, Kenny, would be code violation. I think that we just ain't got time for that for you. So Kenny could talk to a rug. The rug didn't even have to talk back, and Kenny's going to have a conversation with it for sure. Colby, I sent there and I sent Boo a text right after it. I was like, dude, I know why you picked Colby. That dude is a born winner, period. He is a born winner, why he put you into this thing. But you were just a flat out a born winner. And Colby, you are going to have a lot of those same strengths that that Kenny has for sure, again. Yeah. Kenny loves rugs even if they don't talk back. That's true. All right, cool, guys. Well, hopefully you wrote all that stuff down. If you did not, what you should absolutely do is you should go back and watch this as a replay. It will give you a lot of value, okay? So if you guys have not already filled out the application to join our 90-day real estate challenge, it will change your life. I'm in this to make money, baby. I'm in this to make money. That's the only way I make money is by doing deals with you. So if your problem is you want to get to that next level, but you can't do it alone, you need the accountability, you need the systems, you need the software. I'm providing all of that stuff. I need you. I need you, and I need you to go out there and apply. So go to ineedtotransform.com and get your ass in there to fill out that application. We'll call you within 24 hours to see if you're even a good fit for this thing, and let's do some damn deals. Let's do some deals. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace. See ya.